Hello everyone and welcome back to the Crew 2 in part 69. The second 3 time attack events on Dominion Frozen in number 4 through the 6 is now being checked and complete from the Five Kings Casino after the Eagle Falls Motorsport Park. But I'm still here just to have number 7 is about to go underway to have one rallycross discipline is about to be set and get ready for another set of the 3-lap time attack to go faster and find a good line to be driving on the track to face up in the icy road. But I just got everything set up and just gonna have to keep using to have a different rallycross version as I'm about to be choosing is the 2010 Chevy Camaro SS is now being put up, modified, and one UTRS Inspirtech livery is about to go in. Hope I'm ready because this part of the main objective and episode 2 from Motorclicks season 6 will be continued forward.
Pay attention. The first 4 marked turns are the main issue with the circuit. For the rest, trust your instinct.
Alright, so I had to trust my instinct and just see how it goes. But it might be quite very good to be back on rallycross after the lakeside located in the outskirts of Salt Lake City. But it might have to take a short mile to be next over onto the different location between Utah and Nevada. Only in the game, that's how rallycross always had the good potential to be face up on the icy terrain to go entered onto the main element by a combo of tarmac. Such brilliant and such more slight turns will do the best way to go on drifting. Okay, progress is now coming up in 26%. So I have to break the ice and keep racing clean to have a good main set will be complete soon as possible. That's 1 lap down, 2 to go. Okay, gotta keep it careful, try not to go off the track. That's how rally cars are being built to last and keep a good hold in style by handling. Okay, 45% is in progression, check, and still coming along nicely. Okay, go for straight. Have the first and second turn opposite to go around by substitute. Very nice. Just going to keep driving well. And almost there, viewers. 1 more lap to go and rallycross spec is now being done and done. Yeah, very awesome to have turn 1 and 2 will do the differences to be slide and drift. Just gonna have to keep a good beat and do the slip and slide. Alright, very good. Keep the cold temperature in good motion. Got to warm up and get in on the action. This will be doing the second part as currently to be stopped at the Five Kings Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada. But until then, 2 more races and time attack will be going over to the west coast of California will be at the Black Rib Motorsport Park. Just to have 1 street race and touring car is about to get closer towards the end to be served as a penultimate and the last.
You handle this car well. A real steady hand.
Yeah, looks like concentration and trust a matter of instinct in icy racing. But very good to have 3 minutes, 31.778 seconds is now being checked, cleared on normal difficulty. So remember folks, practice well and make your mark to have a good will succeed dominance to go in hard and ace difficulty. So let's have a good check and go to the option by the menu to be on activities. So the progress is just at in 77%. 2 more to go and everything is all check and done. Street race and touring car discipline to have a good place to be on the track layout in Black Rip Motorsport Park. So I hope I'm ready because this will have to take a good step and go to number 8 of Dominion Frozen as a penultimate. For this one, it'll have to be preferred to go for a different street racing model to go by pick to have a good way to be driving in all-wheel drive. 2 FRs like the Mazda RX-3 Supercharged Edition and the Ford Mustang GT with the Dominion Frozen variation is now being quite good to be served. I'll have to go by filters and have that matter of selection to go from Mazda to Nissan. Hope I'm about to be choosing with the 2015 Nissan GT-R Black Edition is now being set, already put on the per level in 280, carried out by 849 horsepower with a top speed of 228 miles per hour. It can control the car and control the brakes to have a good will of steady balance to have 3 laps mark, then have a good sliding turn to go by a modest of commit. Only on the corners and straightaway does might be a bit more helpful. So I had to get ready. Then let's go.
Hey, careful entering the forest. It's a double apex turn. I know you can make it through in one single drift.
Alright. One single drift. When enter the forest, got it. So I had to keep that in mind and just going to go currently to have the main part of the session in this part of the track. So here it comes, you guys. One session of the forest might give it a drift. Very wide open. Now just going to keep a good slide turn to go main grip. Hold the line. The drip cam is still taking a lot of good recording in progress as the race began. Outstanding run. Second lap coming up. By the element of early brake and sliding when using an all-wheel drive street racing vehicle, but it might be quite very helpful to do some capabilities and environments whenever you really need to go around on this track. Only on the forest, just early brake, then do some tight turns to perform a drift is going to be your best effort to make your style and leave your line to go for the mark. So the progression is currently to be in 61%. Got to mark the apex by the turn and go exit right at the final turn. Alright, very good. Now do the first turn and take on the final lap. Just awesome and brilliant to have one Dominion exclusive variation is now quite good and well matched to have the vanity is giving a good luck of fortune. Talk about having a good way to have a makeover treatment with vanity to have a good Dominion related to be doing the 3-part and do a currently to have a 3-lap time attack. Almost there, you guys. It's about to get shorter and doing the main topic to have this main part of the segment.
Are your nerves made of steel? You're going for the win!
Heck yeah, I'm gonna have to go for the win. And there it goes. 2 minutes, 53.212 seconds is now checked and cleared to go all-wheel drive in IC style. Alright, looks like all the parts are now being saved because I just really might need to have one other thing to have a good reminder before prior to have some other kinds of things to do. Well, in the meantime, I just really might need to go back to the mailbox at 4 other locations in headquarters. So let's have a good check review on the map, and this part of the corner track layout is just to be quite good and interesting. Over here onto the middle cursor, this is where we're about to be put up onto the starting position to go by turn 1, then go forward to be on turn 2 along with turn 3 and 4. But the hairpin is going to be a bit much more wider to be entered on turn 5 when you enter in the forest. Turn 6 might be doing a bit much more quite good to have a good way and perform to do some drifting, then coming up onto turn 7 and turn 8. And for the last one is going to be turn 9 is going to be a less certain amount of chicane to go by less. But it does might be quite very good to have some main line of position to go around and use the apex to go in it. But drifting does might be quite very helpful when you're on the outside of the turn. But brilliant, just brilliant, and this is how it goes to have one more event to go to have the last stage of the time attack on Dominion Frozen in number 9. Touring car, here I come, and this is how it comes to have a one best time attack and break the ice towards the end as the winter season is still going on before March we'll be having the season of spring. But I can't wait, you guys. Spring is about to be coming up and best time of winter because cold season is still coming around, and that will be doing one last part of the touring car discipline to go by pick and filter itself by the recommend. So I hope I'll have to use the 2016 Aston Martin Vulcan. The Duke Edition is now being good to go on the pro level of 320 in 1026 horsepower and a top speed 249 miles per hour. Which of course it is actually to be served as a live summit reward vehicle that we just already got it. I hope if other players who just really don't get this car, just keep a good watchful eye out on rerun to get this main vehicle for free when you're on the platinum. Only in the future, but this will have to take a little bit much more long time of patience to get all the vehicles and send it over to be on Motorfest. So this is it, viewers. Last time attack and beat the ice.
Yo, after each straight line, don't be afraid of hitting the brakes, unless you want to spin out.
Alright, got to keep it extra careful, and traction are about to be turned off. Turn 2 might be a bit more difficult to go down the hill, and just try to be very extra careful when the traction is being turned off. This challenge is all about to be served on the main forward course direction that you really need to stay careful to avoid taking too much grip to go preventing a spin-off. Spinning around is going to be a very tough weakness for touring car vehicles. So I had to go exercise caution and just keep the good line, check, and stay around on the nitro to have a good amount of boost. Only a little bit, so just going to keep a good smooth pave strategy that you really want to beat this event in order to do it on the inside of the apex. Okay, 5.3 seconds. Check in, doing well. Here comes the final turn. Alright, good. Just perform a drift when you're on turn 1. And watch it carefully when you're on turn 2. Turn 3 and 4 might be a bit more rough, and keep the good hold on the grip and balance. So I hope the speaker is watching me because I'm just gonna try the best effort to stay on a good clean line. This is definitely like racing in the wet surface, but this is going to be the icy track. All we have to keep a good extra careful and try to stay calm. Okay, there we go. Got to beat this event, and just gonna get finished towards the end of lap number 2. Final lap, here I come, and I'll have to beat Clarence's current lap time in total. I really hope I'll have to race him in the rival event to be soon. Okay, there you go. Just almost there, and make that defense to go around in 10 seconds. Okay, brilliant and competent genius. Okay, it's only down to 6.7. No matter how touring car can actually to be performed drifting on the ice.
Wow, what a driver! Keep up the good work!
Okay, solid go, baby. This record claimed on the gold podium by over 4 minutes, added with 4.285 seconds. Yes! Dominion Frozen is 100% complete, all done. Now that's what I call to have a practice, competent, and stay balanced to avoid spin out, to have a good way to be element, to have a good hold without the traction is being turned off. So far so good, and I'm just good to be back to have a good reprised road to have this main objective to be a priority on the full walkthrough. Then let's check again on Motorflix to have all episodes in one event. That's more like it. 100% complete on episode 2, season 6 in Dominion Frozen. Just in time, and I'll have to be ready up and go for having a 5 race event on episode 1, season 7 in Into the Storm. I bet there's gonna have to take some main step, and 3 signs will have to coming up by starting out in 1 race, no rules, followed by Winds of Change, Bite the Dust, the Aftermath, and final call is going to be finishing up on number 1 through 5 will be start in progress. But there's going to be having 1 prize vehicle to be available as a street race discipline in order to compete all 5 events at once. But after all, the progress and go per car collection is all we have to do is going to get it for free in order to have 2 events to have some progress to have. One of them is going to be between on percentage to go settle in along with the USB Tour cities and next itself from season 8 in episode 1 and 2. So I had to wrap this up, viewers. This will be going closer, and I'll have to make sure to have some more parts to be collected and converted into spare. But I just really might need to go and stop by at the mailbox in 4 different locations on headquarters. But I know this is going to have to take one best choice and go with 1 vehicle only to take on in 5 events. So follow the sign, you guys. That's how I'll have to make my decision and go with my favorite supercar to face up with some main opponent to go stay by the usual way. So thank you for enjoying watching the video in the Crew 2, folks. I hope you enjoyed. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, then click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos if you like to see. Follow me on DeviantArt, Instagram, Twitter, GT Planet, Patreon, Discord, and more social media platforms. And don't forget to check it out, all of my screenshot images on UDRS in Sportec, Vision Total Drama, and DreamArt Livery Style Dispenser presented by myself, Hyperion-Blue-GT, as you may ever welcome at any time. I'll be see you guys next time in the Crew 2, and I look forward to see you again in the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.